Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Perry Chappell coming to you live from the Hollywood studios of PrimeTime Shopping Network. Oh, I got some work tonight. It's like, Patty, would you say it's like, wow, Shazam? I got some art that just, and I got a special. Patty came up with this special that I'm going to start in about 10 or 15 minutes just on one artist, just for my internet customers. Because at 7 o'clock we get affiliates and Dish Network and stuff like that. But just from 6 to 7, it's just the internet. And I got some cool stuff. We're talking about this one right here, Wilson. We were just talking about a major Park West artist, one of the biggest artists on the cruise, BC 2346. That's an original Alex Perez. And right literally a minute and a half ago, I was talking with Juliet and Patty about that Tom Cruise movie, Vanilla Skies. And this Perez has Vanilla Skies. Beautiful. On the cruise lines, I think they retail them for $7,000 to $9,000 on the cruise line. Ashley is here.
Yes, Ashley's here.
Then you did good, Wilson. You did good. And Patty, you survived, Ashley.
I did survive.
Yeah. Did you fall for that trick when Wilson pushed you in the dungeon and left you there for 4 days?
I did.
Yes. Yeah.
I had a great time.
You had a great time. Oh, my goodness. Well, this is one item, but Patty came up with a heck of an idea. I'm talking Einstein stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Oh, I will in a minute because I'm getting sidetracked.
This is gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
He is one of the top artists that Park West has invested in, and a $4,000 to $7,000 painting. But this, folks, I'm not even going to move it. Wilson, this is the find of the month, the year, the decade. This is acrylic on canvas by the late, great Yitzhak Tarkay. This is a perfect Tarkay. This painting has a cert signed by Albert Scaglione,
My buddy.
your buddy, with an appraisal on it from 2006. Now you got to understand, Yitzhak Tarkay, an amazing artist, died in 2012. After he died, his artwork was always, because he's a genius, it was well received, and it was hard to get an original Tarkay below $20,000 to $25,000. But this sold on a Park West cruise, and it's got an appraisal from 2006 at $20,000. Now, that was 6 years. He died in 2012. So it's 2022. That's 16 years ago. He's gone through the roof. But we're going to get to this in a little bit. Here was Patty's idea. All right, Ashley.
Yes.
Patty's idea, because we were talking about Michael Schofield. You weren't here when we were talking about Vanilla Skies and Penelope Cruz. No. Do you ever want to be frozen like Tom Cruise in that movie?
Do I have to answer that right now?
No, you can think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if your answer is maybe, Wilson's making plans for the next time he locks in the dungeon just to also fill it up with ice. Yeah, give you a sense of what it's like. But Patty's idea was my best of best customers, because we don't have Dish Network till 7. She said give the absolute best deals in the world on Michael Schofield's abstracts.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and she even picked one out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, Matthew. Is it right to call you Matthew, or does he get mad? Patty, does he get mad if I call him Matthew?
Oh, he loves it.
What about Matt?
I got the one she picked.
I will hang on.
Okay, Matt Man.
I am going to show you a 6-7 minute little docudrama on one of the greatest landscape artists of all time. He has sold works for $250,000 many, many times, and you know him for his traditional landscapes. He moved over into abstract the last 4 or 5 years, and every time he's here, everybody, the operators will raise their hands. Ashley will, Patty will, Juliet will. He keeps insisting, I know you love the traditional. I know I've captured the world with it, done everything. But when I'm finally dead, and I said, finally? I saw the x-ray, Mike. But anyway, my abstracts will be worth more than my traditional landscapes. He says that. You heard him.
Yeah.
And Patty said, get out of here. And he says, no, I mean it. Patty says, get out of here. And then Juliet, we said, what do you think? She says, Michael, get out of here. Yeah, that's what happened. Take a look at Michael. This is 6-7 minutes long. Then I'm going to give you some deals of your life on abstracts. Take a look at this.
I'm Michael Schofield. I'm an impressionist landscape artist. Landscapes are probably what I enjoy doing the most. And I think one of the reasons I enjoy doing what I do because I enjoy being in nature. Landscapes to me speaks to who and what I am. I enjoy the outside. I love looking at different parts of the country. Every different part of the country is unique in its area. Landscapes are what I enjoy painting more than anything else. When I'm looking at a landscape, the first thing I do is to see the depth of the piece and how I'm going to create the depth. How am I going to create the foreground and the middle ground and the background? And what it is that I'm going to have to do in order to jump over the hurdles it's going to take in order to get that particular scene on canvas. Do I frame it right to left? Do I move these trees here? Do I bring a brook through the center of the piece? Do I bring it from left to right? You know, what's intriguing about this particular scene? Taking out all of the small details that don't make any sense and just getting the essence of the piece. That's what I do. That's what I envision when I first see the landscape. I think an artist's job is to interpret what the creator has laid out for us. We're just basically taking snapshots of that, putting in our own interpretation of it, our own feelings, our own emotion, and then presenting that to the viewers or to the public. That's art to me. So it really is just it's a statement of what we are and who we are, and it's translated through, in my case, landscapes. The idea of becoming an artist didn't really hit until high school. And it was one of those rainy days when the music instructor was filling in for the English teacher that couldn't make it to school. So he whipped out his watercolor palette and paints and a piece of watercolor paper and did a demonstration. right in the class. That was his way of filling in for the teacher. And well, I watched him do that. And I still remember what he painted. He painted an old railroad ties and some water in between the ties and a couple of trees above it and reflecting in the waters. And I thought, wow, that's what I want to do. Your life changes quickly, and the direction changes quickly. And then I think a lot of it is just following the path. We don't choose our career, it chooses us. I think that's very true. I think as long as you keep moving, that career will catch up to you, or you'll find the right spot to walk into, or the right position to be in at the right time. The doors open, you walk through them, see what's on the other side. I did a couple of one-man shows down in Florida. I think probably one of the more interesting one was what I did in Cleveland, a real wet, cold, snowy night. I really didn't think that I would have anybody show up for the show because it was so cold and miserable. We ended up having 1,100 people show up for the event. We sold almost everything in the entire show, and the party didn't stop until about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And those were fun. We had a lot of people show up in those days, all throughout Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. I did that for probably 10 years. There was a lot of shows. The most posters I think I had in one particular catalog was about 25. Back in the 90s, I think there was a few catalog companies that had 10 or 15, but I think Editions Limited had up to about 25 pieces. Interestingly enough, some of the pieces are still in catalogs dating back into the early 90s. And then you start to realize that all the millions of posters you're selling happen to find their way in front of the public. And I think that's when you start to realize that you're actually fairly famous in this game. Well, I spent 10 years in Nashville, in that area, and I think a lot of the subject matter that I paint today comes out of that era and out of that area. Tennessee and Kentucky and Alabama, Mississippi, and even upstate New York. I love that area up there. The big pines, the big beech trees, the big birches. I think a lot of that that I do today is reminiscent of those areas and of that subject matter. I paint in California quite a bit too, like today. Those areas I think are what I enjoy painting the most. One of the more difficult things is painting on location. A lot of people say, well, you got everything right in front of you. Well, you have too much in front of you. The artist has to take all of the elements, eliminate the things you don't need in the painting, and just paint the things that you do need. And you have to deal with the light changing. It changes rapidly. You're painting the shadows on one tree and all of a sudden they're not there anymore. So you have to take a mental snapshot of the area that you're looking at and then paint that, because it's going to change 5 minutes from now. I think my paintings, they tell hope, and they tell adventure and mystery and romance, and I've been fortunate, really fortunate, to paint something that people really enjoy and feel and get inspired from and fall in love with. And I like the growing aspect of becoming a better and better artist. I don't think you ever arrive as an artist. I think you're always arriving. You're eventually going to get there. I think eventually I'll get to a point where I feel comfortable with the work. I don't think I'll ever be satisfied completely with it.
I like the idea that somebody can see one of my paintings and see a part of nature that they've been in, a place that they're familiar with, a scene that they know from childhood or some time in a vacation, something like that. That's when I feel like what I do actually rings home. That's important to me. They can actually relate to the landscape. So communication between the painter and the viewer is what's important.
Folks, that was Michael Schofield. You know, he came on last week and told everybody, we even taped it, I don't need to show it, but we might, but that this is his last appearance. He's officially retired. He told people, I really pulled him on out of retirement for the last 6 months. He says, this is it. Now, what Michael does when he's here, and you got to understand, he is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He is in the Smithsonian Institute. He is in the Library of Congress collection. He, early on, and still does, but many of his paintings, here's one from 2007, $48,500 for a traditional Michael Schofield landscape. He knows landscapes. He knows how to make color dance. Here is one for $42,000. You know, right here. Before the Rain. Now, what we were talking about before I put this painting up with Ashley, Patty, and Juliet is Michael, every time, Wilson, every time before he comes on, we talk. And he talks about his favorite artist. He says, Barry, I know you're having trouble grasping this. He doesn't say to use the word grasp, but he says, Pablo Picasso, prior to Cubism, prior to going to abstract, he was a very high-paid portrait artist. He could paint anything perfectly. Then he moves to one of his favorite artists of all time, John Singer Sargent, tells you how he did landscapes, but in Singer's world, John Singer Sargent's words, evolved into pure abstract. It takes a lifetime of classical to get there. Michael says he's there. 2410. This is a large painting. Michael loves this abstract. And a lot of the abstracts Michael brought on are ones that he has in his house and people love. And he says, you know what, I'm going to show this on Barry's show. Now, yeah, he gets $20,000 plus for an abstract. And what I'm going to do, because shipping, I need to put these on a pallet, according to Ashley. I have 6 large abstracts. Maybe I can sell them in 2 groups of 3, or 3 groups of 2, or 1 group of 6. And folks, I am going to start solo on auctions. And me and Patty were talking about it while Ashley was getting my veggie burger. That I'm going to lose money on these. We even decided how much, and I said, Patty, these are the most dedicated customers watching me on live streaming, whatever they want to say. So this is 2410, and I am going to put up the next one, Ashley. I have only 2 of his traditional landscapes that I will, oh, that's one of the coolest ones ever. Put this up. This
2409.
signed 2022. This is absolutely stunning. This, you know, people like de Kooning and people, who's the guy that killed his girlfriend, went over by accident? Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He got liquored up and he had a, here, this is amazing. We were turning down offers on this the other show. I probably shouldn't have. Signed on the back. Here is the next one, Ashley. Because I want to give people a choice on all of them, some of them, and I will lose money. I just want to, all of my customers who watch me just on the internet.
2047.
No, 2047.
Thank you.
One painting before the show I was talking with Matt about, where Matt is certain, beyond a doubt, he sees Lincoln in the painting. You know which painting I'm talking about, Ashley?
I do.
Yeah. Well, hang on. This is what Michael says.
Don't these two go together?
They might. We'll put those up next. But what Michael is talking about is he believes his color theory, his lifetime of painting, and he is loving abstract. And he will quote you every artist, every generation, the theories of art. And he could probably tell you why he put this gray patch right here and didn't put it over there. You know, a touch of it right there. He knows what he's doing better than anybody. So this is painting number 3. All right, show me the 2 that go together, Ashley, because I'm going to open it up at prices you will not believe. Uh-huh. Now, that could be called an accent. I just call that a boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. This, and Ashley has gravitated around this painting. This was done in 2020. It is huge. And not only going to probably lose money on the payment, lose money on the shipping cost, but Ashley is convinced beyond anything that this painting has a mate.
Yes, it does.
And Ashley thinks that,
Oh, that's 2411.
yeah, that you shouldn't just buy one. That if we take this one down and put it next to that, can you picture it? No, yeah, right like that.
Right.
A house where at one end of the room
Yes.
you have one of them, and on the other end, yeah, the other.
Yeah.
They are signed on the back.
Like in your entertainment room or gymnasium.
Do you have a gymnasium?
I do. My exercise room,
You got an exercise room.
the trampoline room.
Damn, what does she get paid, Wilson? I don't have an exercise room. Matt, you have an exercise room? No. All right. So you might want to buy these 2 together.
Yeah, these are great together.
And is that, do we have any more? Or is
This is
this,
so bright and colorful and happy.
those are happy.
You know, that's what we're selling is happiness.
We're selling happiness. Is that legal? I don't know. Yeah. This was done in 2019. I remember when Michael came on and talked about this piece
1962.
and the value of abstract and why he struggled with this painting and thought this is one of the best abstracts he had done till the time. And that white line that he puts in there, separating it out. I got, after this, only one more abstract. But take a look at this one. If I were going to name this, all right, how creative could I be with the name? Because you don't name abstracts.
True, but if you did.
If I did, I would call this, it's a cool piece, Black and Yellow Schizo. Because look, it's a struggle. Between this black side and this black side, and there's a dividing line.
Yeah,
Which half is going to win?
I was going to name it Candlelit Dinner.
Or Candlelight Dinner. Probably a far happier name since we sell happiness.
Our motto right now.
We sell happiness. This is as abstract as it gets. Done in 2020.
You have the number.
2046.
Thank you.
I don't know what I name this. But it's funny, you got to look at a painting for at least 10, 15 minutes, when you name a painting. And I'm pretty good at naming things.
Yeah, I know. You gave me a name.
What do they call you?
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn, yes. So, folks, I'm going to sit down right here. Camera 2, wherever you want to give me. Oh, and I got a ton of gold coins. I got a ton. Foreign gold, U.S. gold, all different denominations. Bought some really tough date saints today, but they'll probably be next week. But I have some gold here tonight if you want it. But for right now, how many large abstracts did I show? What, 6 or 8? What was 6? Folks, it's up to you. Call us right now. That's the number at the bottom of your screen. If you want to buy one, you want to buy all 6. I think it was only 6. What's that, 6?
7.
7. Oh, 6 plus the one we had last week, right?
Yes.
If you want to buy 1, 6, or all 7, love to sell you, if you like Michael Schofield's abstracts, because they have to go out on a pallet, I'd love to sell 2, 3, 4. Michael just sold 3 of them for $189,000. A triptych, like we showed you what Ashley thinks are the happy 2 paintings. That would be, if you bought them to go together, a diptych. Call me right now, this 1 hour. Well, I only got 30 minutes left, that I am only on the internet.
30 minutes on the 30th.
Do what now? What'd she say? 30 minutes to do what to me? She's trying to kill me. Patty, she's trying to kill me. Nah, I know. You watched Kill Bill 3.
Oh, I love that movie.
I didn't. I thought Kill Bill 1 and 2 were probably enough.
Yeah.
To me, Ashley, Kill Bill 3 is like, I've always asked people when they tell me they got several college degrees, a lot of times they tell me they got a college degree in history. I love to ask them one question. Why do you feel the Third Punic War was needed? And they go, what? Yeah. I thought after 2 Punic Wars, Wilson, the Punics would just leave, you know? But there were 3 Punic Wars. I think never mind. Tell me which ones. And let's Ashley, put your happy 2 back up. I'm gonna start so cheap. I'm gonna take any kind of offer. I'm gonna lose seriously to my customers. And in Michael Schofield's words, this is what he feels when he's gone to hold their own with some of his landscapes. Yeah.
The happy couple.
The happy couple. Yeah. Call me. You know, I mean, you know, we were talking before the show started, 1,300, 1,500 each, so 3,000 for this. Throw that out the window. Patty, just call me. Yeah, what do you think the crate for these 2, the couple? What do you think it's going to be, shipping?
Well,
if you had to guess.
$375.
For both.
Yeah.
So these 2 together probably cost me $375 to ship. Forget all that. Call me up. This is Ashley's couple of happy abstract Michael Schofield. He's 74 now. Legend of art. He is in every major collection you can think of. And call me. We'll put the numbers up. Make me some offers.
411.
Did you say 411? That's information. Yeah. Is that still information, Wilson? Okay. I used to get in so much trouble as a kid. I'd call them and I'd call the operator every now and then and get in trouble. I actually got busted. When I was 14, I had to stop, but I'd call information. They go, yes, this is information. And I'd say, who's going to win tonight's Sunday game between the, excuse me, well, your information. I don't know. Who's going to win? And you get some that would talk to you about it forever. Well, Bart Starr is playing pretty well. Call me. Make me an offer. Michael would have sold these 2 together at $20,000 each. You would have got 40, maybe settled for $30,000. I'm talking, just throw out a number. I'll make a deal that if they buy both of these, Ashley, and I will pay the shipping. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose so much on these, and these are 2 amazing. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to lose so much money. It's scaring me. For both, with me paying for the pallet to get it there, $1,000 to open.
For both.
For both. You get both of them. And I'm paying the shipping.
That is a deal of a deal.
Yeah, because you know what I paid for these.
I do.
And the shipping alone is going to be $350. Then you got $2,400, $2,600, 26, 24 is 4, 5. Damn. Oh, excuse my language. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I didn't mean to cuss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Glad we're not on TV yet.
Yeah, we're on the internet.
We are on the internet, but I think you're allowed to use bad words on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's prove it. Cuss, Ashley.
Poop.
That's not a cuss word.
Well, did you hear? It changed my word. It blew. Yeah, it bleeped it.
Well, we're on the internet only.
Yeah.
These are 2 of the largest Michael Schofield abstracts on the planet that I own. I paid close to $5,000 for both of them, and I'm paying $350 to ship it, and all I ask is $1,000 to open.
Right. Beautiful.
Anybody out there on my internet-only sale? No one.
No one else.
Who are some of the customers that just love Michael Schofield?
We got Susan, we got Sandra, we got Melvin, we got
Susan, Sandra, Melvin.
we got Segan.
Segan?
Yeah.
How do you know
He
you're?
loves the abstracts.
Who does?
Well, they all do.
And how do you know your phone's not ringing right now?
Because I haven't heard it go off.
Well, I saw it flash once.
Yeah, that was my boyfriend.
It's your boyfriend.
Yeah, he has his own specific text tone.
That's pretty revolutionary. Do you have that, Patty?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Hey,
Please give me a call at 855.
Now we could have somebody.
all right, I just heard a tone.
Here we go. There's Randy.
Randy, my Schofield deal is dandy.
And Tamara loves Schofield.
And who?
Tamara?
Tamara. Well, Tamara, I am working deals you can't believe. What does Randy say?
He said, no show on Dish tonight? And I said, we start in 20 minutes.
We started in 20 minutes. I'm doing this, Randy and everybody watching, I'm doing this pre-Dish, internet only, to the customers that really watch me thick and thin, and I'm selling this at a huge loss.
Oh, I think Randy got an iPhone.
All right, does Randy want this on his iPhone? Did you tell him? No, did you tell him what I'm selling this for? Did he watch?
I don't know if he's watching. He's in Honduras.
Oh, boy. And I got to ship him to Honduras?
That looks like. I mean, you have to do the outline and show them.
Oh, yeah. Did you show
What do you see?
Abraham?
What do you see, Ash?
All right. Now, according to Matt,
His nose?
this looks like Abraham Lincoln and his beard. That's what,
Even his hair, the top of his hair, if you look at the top of the hair with the eyes, it looks like Abraham Lincoln. It really does.
that's what Matt Jackals and Patty think it looks like. Now, they were stoned when they came. No. Now, anybody at $1,000 for both of these, I'm probably losing $4,000. I just wanted to see if you're one of my early bird customers. I got other Schofields, I got traditional, but hey, I just want to see if anybody's out there.
I'm going to battle.
Tomorrow? What?
Okay, I'm asking Randy if he's watching us online.
And Matt, how many people are watching me right now? As I wait. I better start closer over here.
I'm going to guess.
What are you going to guess?
Oh.
How much? Oh, with that many people watching at $1,000 for both, and I'm paying shipping?
Michael Schofield?
The Michael Schofield?
Abstract?
Abstract? Are you kidding me?
Free shipping. The
What
shipping
is this
was
called?
killing me.
What is two?
A diptych.
A diptych.
Oh, I mean, and this is Ashley's favorite. She calls these the happy paintings. All right. Well, I am going to give it just another minute, and then I'll move on. I can't believe it. Patty, both paintings and shipping for $1,000.
It's like you're giving it away and just the shipping. You know what I mean? Like you're giving it away.
I'm giving it away, yeah.
You are giving it away.
And I know what I paid for these.
Chopper says that it looks like it's a biker holding his chick's hair back.
A biker holding his chick's hair back. All right, Wilson, you ride a bike every now and then, right? I need you to lock the camera down, come over here and grab Ashley's hair.
Oh, no, you're still a Chopper. Look what you started.
Yeah, does Chopper like him? And folks, in all seriousness, you could not go wrong getting 2 Michael Schofield abstracts. Just to get the show going early on, I got a big show tonight with one of the coolest and the prettiest original Tarkays. I got Ivan Earl. I got some rare Zacks. I got all kinds of cool stuff. Chopper.
Well, since you're blowing these out at that price, Tamara wants to know what about the small one, right with the blue? What would you blow that one out at?
Oh, the red one?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just for her, and I paid more because this is absolutely stunning. Here, let me, is she watching?
Yes.
All right. Tell you what. Now, hold it right here. Oh, that is beautiful. Watch this. Patty. That's a special Tamara price.
She agrees that that was a beautiful set.
She does? How do you know? What?
She wrote it.
Oh, well, that's nice. So you're talking to her too?
Yeah.
Everybody's talking to Tamara. What?
The cool thing is this one was done in 2020. The other one was done in 2021.
Doesn't matter.
So he, you know.
Yeah. And what does she think of the happy pieces? Or maybe I could make her a deal on 3 of them.
She says, what about the floral one? I guess you have a Michael Schofield floral one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll make you a deal on 4 of them.
No, the floral. The floral Michael Schofield.
It must be this.
Yeah, it's on that.
There's 2 in the background.
Those are his traditional landscapes. Those, I'll tell you what, I can work her a deal. Here is,
You want me to take it off?
yeah, we can get it right here. This is what a traditional landscape by Michael Schofield looks like.
Oh, item number 2416 maybe?
Yeah. And when you tilt it a little bit like that, Wilson, it's absolutely beautiful. Those are selling for $20,000. And he gets it. You know, he is completely retired now. That is his traditional landscape.
Not the item number, Matt.
I will. It must have been that item number you found on the floor.
No, the 2416 is what I found on the floor. So maybe this is Golden Fall,
I can see that.
right?
Taken from memories. My favorite man, Franklin County. Schofield, done in 2022.
Oh,
So call me, folks. I will throw in traditional landscapes with the abstract. I can sense somebody's going to call in and buy an abstract or a traditional. That's the good news. Bad news, I only have 15 minutes of internet only left. Then we go to Dish. Well, I'll still be on internet only. I'll tell you what, Ashley, let's put the other happy one back up. And Let's just see. I am selling both of those right now. I am losing a fortune on them. So tell me what you're thinking on the two abstracts right here. Just call me, throw out a number. I mean, 1,000 with shipping, I can't do any better. But who is watching? What am I, nuts? No, I'm serious. I mean, I know auction companies that, yeah, what am I doing here? But I just wanted to go down that path and say, hey, if you want, and Michael loves these two. Ashley calls them her happy paintings. What?
Happy couple.
Happy couple. Tell her maybe a little later on the night when I get a couple affiliates, I thank you. Does she like any of these large abstracts? Oh, I gotcha. Well, he what?
That's one that you don't have here. Chopper wants one, but you don't have that one here.
What is
It's
it?
not like a Schofield. It's the Lone Ranger. Do you recall the Lone Ranger?
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not here.
Well, folks, I'm going to wrap up the abstract part. I appreciate you guys taking a look at it. I got some Zacks. I got Mickey and Minnie smooching. I got all kinds of good stuff. Any last offer, and I'm going to pay the shipping, and nobody's taking me up on the 3. And to listen to Michael talk about it, you heard him, Wilson. He thinks, as well known as he is at 74 for his lifetime in traditional landscapes, he thinks the abstracts are also going to take part in the show once he's dead, gone. All right, no offers once. No offers twice. Fair and final. No offer. Hey. And folks, I would much rather, after 32 years on TV, be coming to you and tell you I don't have an offer than play games like some other networks. Oh, we got 5 people. Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, so anyway, these are available. If you want to make me an offer on some of those, I'll tell you what I will put up real quickly. An artist that I am amazed has not sold, especially this one piece right here. This is Marcel Mouly, one of the original Cubist artists. He was the last living Cubist of the original founding group. This is BC 2308. When he died, not too long ago. Well, he died and was born in 1918, and Marcel Mouly died in 2008. Here is what art historians call the original group of Cubist artists. The guy standing in the back is Pablo Picasso. Then you have all the other ones. The one that is shadowed in black is Marcel Mouly. He was known for bringing color to Cubism. Some of the other ones, you know, the 3 noses, the 4 eyes, Picasso and the rest. But Marcel Mouly is the one that made Cubist art vivid. And that is why I love this piece right here. Here is a comp I pulled 9 years ago on a piece, I don't know French, but it was done in 1997, and art brokerage wants 8,700. What I like about this, it's an edition of only 300. It is signed Marcel Mouly. It is a true lithograph done on Bavarian limestone, and I'm trying to read the code. It was sold, I believe, on a cruise ship. It is stunning. That is the most vivid color. Many of the cubists, they overemphasize showing you 3 dimensions on a 2-dimensional surface, while Marcel Mouly shows you how to make colors rage. And what does that translate to, Wilson, the name?
The port of Kuwait.
The what?
Port of Kuwait.
The port of
The port of Kwai.
Kwai?
Why?
Kwai.
Why?
Why you always ask us?
The port of why?
A platform, yes.
The platform of why? I don't know. They asked the wrong guy, Wilson. Yeah, $8,700, and that was 12 years ago. I own several original Marcel Moulys that I sold. A couple before he died and one after he died, and they went for a lot of money at an auction house. This, I believe, if this gets put up for auction, it's going to be low end, 5,500, high end, because the color is so perfect. You know, 12 grand, 14 grand, maybe even more if it's the right auction. Tell you what I'm going to do. Ashley, I'm going to make this so cheap. This is, don't do it, Chappell. Step back from the easel, Chappell. This is going to kill me. $900 to open. $100 increments once we get the open. This has an 8,700 comp from 10 years ago. And Marcel Mouly, since he has died, the very colorful limestone lithographs are just going for a fortune. Now, if I can't get, what I got the open at? I got,
$900.
oh, that's crazy. Time out. You're right.
Yeah. No, but you already put it up there. You have to honor it. You know?
I should honor it.
Yeah.
I have for 32 years.
5 more minutes before, dish comes on, so they should take advantage.
So, Patty, you're telling me I should stall until dish comes on and just talk real slow. I only got 6 minutes till dish comes on. Tell you what, if you call now, I got to sell something. How many people are really watching me? Matt, how many people are really watching me? Can you have like computer bots watching me that are not real?
Computer box?
48.
Watch this.
Are real too.
Let's see how much money I can lose, because I only have 5 minutes, and I'm going to have dish, and I'm going to go on to different art like Ivan Earl. Tell you what, watch this. $600 to open. I know, Ashley. Ashley's looking at me like, dude, you pay more. I know. I just want to see what can be made out of the internet-only hour. What am I doing? That is the prettiest Marcel Mouly I have ever seen on the lithograph front. He is showing you color theory mixed with cubism. Because a lot of the angles on those boats cannot really be real. And to make them more real, he uses the color. No, Patty, I take full blame. That was a good idea you had. Didn't work. All right, I'm going to take this Marcel Moulay down. I have one other one. Let me just go to camera 2. Folks, I have some amazing Zacks later tonight. And in 3 minutes, I get one of my major affiliates, Dish Network, where we have 2 different channels. So this first hour, it's just been me, you, and the internet. And if you saw Schofield, do I make an offer? Call me. As my late father would say, he used to tell me this a long time ago. When I was 14, I was 13, I was trying to call up a girl and ask her out, and I was really nervous. And my dad looked at me and said, Barry, no one's ever been shot over the telephone. Yeah, so you can call up, make an awful offer, and Patty cannot shoot you through the phone lines. Yeah. So if you saw any of the Schofields, thank you for watching that portion. And oh, I got some stuff coming up. But it's got to go pallet. That's the problem.
They're fine.
Yeah. I got a... Wilson. Has that always been your name?
There,
Yes.
on the 2308, the one you have right now, could you do,
Done. I'm going to lose money.
Yeah, we're still on.
It's done. I had to sell something. I'm not sure what I just sold, but it's gone. And they got a deal of a lifetime. All right, that's sold. Thank you. Now I got 1 minute. They're happy, right? I lost some serious money. What was amazing to me is nobody took me up on those Schofield losses, which is actually, I'm glad now, because I just got to figure out different venues for the pieces. Am I on Dish Network?
1 minute. They're asking you to
What? What?
5 seconds.
Okay.
this is what the Glover, the last one. No, it hasn't shipped out yet.
They'll come together.
He says they're gonna come together.
All right, let me know.
Okay.
Hello, Dish Network. I'm glad you're here. The first hour, I was only on the internet. And Patty, is it safe to say they beat me with a stick?
All right, you're so welcome.
That's mean, Ashley.
Right, top of the hour.
I know. Did you hear what Ashley just said? When I said, is it mean to say that the internet only beat me with a stick? And Ashley yelled, yeah, the ugly stick. She said that.
No.
She said, you heard that, Wilson. You didn't hear it? I didn't either. All right, I made it up. But folks, I have a lot of fantastic art the whole show in my mind, and I am going to put this so gently.
How much did a
Ooh.
Oh, yes, she did.
Good job, Barry. That looks phenomenal.
It's one of the prettiest original Yitzhak Tarkay I've ever seen in my life. Yitzhak Tarkay was one of the greatest artists I've ever met. I got to spend 2.5 days with him. I knew he was important, but as the first day went to the second day, and right before he left, it just hits you how important Yitzhak Tarkay was to the world of art. And he is best known for his figurative paintings. And what a lot of people don't know is Yitzhak Tarkay was born in Subotica, Yugoslavia, right on the Hungarian border. And he had a happy family there. His whole family, his roots. It was a very thriving community. There were Slavic people, Catholic people, Jewish people, German. I mean, there's everybody. It was a melting pot. And then in the late 30s, the Nazis came through there, and Yitzhak Tarkay was Jewish. And eventually, when he was 12 years old, he got picked up by the Nazis, and he got sentenced at 12 years old, Wilson, to the Mathesau death camp. Now, the Mathesau concentration camp was one of the worst of all the different concentration camps, and his job at age 12 was to go around dragging a stretcher and picking up dead bodies and pulling them to wherever the Germans and Nazis wanted them to. And so that's him at age 12. Fortunately, elements of Patton's Third Army liberated the camp a year later, and Yitzhak Tarkay was freed. He quickly immigrated to Israel, where he got a bachelor's and master's degree in art, and went on to become one of the most famous Jewish artists and figurative artists of all times. And I learned a lot with him. He is very humble. And, you know, he will talk about his feelings towards being in a concentration camp. I didn't even ask him anything till one day he was taking his watch off, not because he had, not to show me anything, but the clip came off, and he had the tattoo number that they tattooed on a 12-year-old kid when he went to the Mathesau death camp. Well, in 2012, Yitzhak Tarkay died. He was buried on the Boulevard of Heroes in Israel. And this is just one of the most important finds I have come across in the last several years. It's unbelievable. I don't even know if I can bring myself to sell it because it is stunning. I have had 7 or 8 Yitzhak Tarkays, and I was just so grateful. There's me with Yitzhak Tarkay at my old studio. I mean, the life this guy lives, you know, I was fortunate. He came on my show his last trip to the United States because they fly him to Singapore a lot, they were, and to Japan, where his art was setting records. We're talking 2012, well, 28, 9, 10. Here is another picture of me with Yitzhak Tarkay. Just a great guy. One of the world's greatest figurative artists. Now I want to show you something else. This is a price sheet from 2010, 2 years before he died. Yitzhak Tarkay, more like this 1989 piece, 46 by 54. This is World Elite Modern Art Galleries, I think it's called. Look at that. $84,000 in 2010. 2 years before he died. And I want to show you, even Yitzhak Tarkay, even his serigraphs. This is before he died. This is 8 years before he died. Look at that. 8,200 on a signed and numbered serigraph. Now, I got to tell you, I don't fall in love with a piece, which I already have. Ashley, can you help me turn this piece around? Because on the back is a certificate of authenticity written by Albert Scaglione. Now, what is so important here, Albert Scaglione, director, date 5/11/2006. The piece was called A Thought-Filled Moment, 36 by 26, painted in 2005. It's got a registration number, and it will always have that. And in 2005, they appraised this. 2006, they appraised this for $20,400. Now, you can turn around whenever you want.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what's so important about that, Wilson. Yeah, that's get your arms working out.
Yeah, that was a workout.
I don't know if you can get me in this shot, Wilson.
Of course you can.
2006 is when they wrote that. He died 6 years later. He didn't die until 2012. So they're saying 6 years before, one of the world's greatest figurative artists, a man that survived the awful, horrific Mathesal concentration camp at age 12 to 13, a man that immigrated back to Israel and became one of the world's greatest figurative artists. 6 years before he died, they got a value of $20,000. Last time I talked to Berea, the widow of Yitzhak Tarkay, paintings like this are selling for $140,000. I even have comps. I'm not going to charge you that, but I just want to show you. Here is a comp on a larger one, $158,000. I am fortunate, I know Modi Abramowitz, Tarkay's lifetime agent. This is as good as it gets. Now I want to show you, before I sell this, I also have some Ivan Earls. I got all kinds of great stuff tonight. But did you find it, Matthew, the Yitzhak Tarkay docudrama? Is that a yes? Because I want to show you, we sent a guy named Robert Jolly all the way to Israel to follow Yitzhak Tarkay around. And once again, when I'd ask him over the 2.5 days I spent with him, Are you ever doing something and a thought of the concentration camp? And he was so firm with me, he says, no, I will not let that happen. I will not allow my mind to waste 1 second on those folks. And he was very matter of fact. He says, Barry, that's why I am always drawing. That is why I am always writing. I will not let my mind go there, which is very brave. And he buried on the Boulevard of Heroes in Jerusalem. Does he have it now?
Yes, he does.
This is something I made, obviously, when Tarkay was alive, probably 2005 or 6, maybe 7. Take a look at this.
It was years ago, some woman come to my show in San Francisco, and she told me, "Hi, it's very nice to meet you, Mr. Tarkay." That's it. And then he said, "Thank you very much for your art." And she want to go. And then I asked her, "Why you thanks me? You bought this piece. I'm the painter. I do my job, and you buy it. Why you thanks me?" And she told me the picture is hanging in the coffee corner in her house. Every morning when she drink a coffee, she watch the piece, and she is so happy. And this is the reason she thank me, because it's like I give her the good mood. So this I do for people, I hope. The best place to be in staying is Tel Aviv. I love Tel Aviv. I think this is one of the best city in the world. You have everything in this city. It's not a small city, but it's a very nice city. I live in Holon because I need to put my head to sleep, but this is only for the usual things. That means, but what I like really, this is Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv I like because it's always boiling. The life is boiling, really. And you can't find what you saw yesterday. Today is not there. It's changed, always. When I start to work and I finish my sketch on the canvas, when I start to paint, I'm not thinking about the colors. The colors is coming. This is not after some plan, what in this corner, what in other corner. I put the first paint on the canvas, and then the other ones is coming to compare to the before paints. I am optimistic, very optimistic. This is the best way to survive. For me, this is the heaven. Now, I'm old man and I can do everything. And I wake up and I get out from the bed by myself and don't need helps. Up to now, I hope. And what I need anymore. So this make me happy, yes. And then everything is a gift after this. Really. This is my optimistic way, yes. I do everything. I paint women, I paint men, I paint children, I paint landscapes, still life, everything. But the most popular, I think, because the people loves much more the woman subject. Some mistake to thinking about it. Tarkay is love women, and I love women, okay, but this is not the reason. They prefer to see exhibitions with a woman. The people, they give the way to the gallery what to exhibit. They have landscapes, still life, and the most of the exhibition is with women. So why? Because they know the people, the population is like the woman subject. I am very young, so I can waiting to be in better class of artist. First, I think you have to by self to feeling this. If it's good or not, if you satisfied with yourself or not. If not, you have to work and work to be better. If you're happy what you do, be happy. Don't worry. But to coming to this very delicate point, where are you? What is your place on the map of the art? I don't know. It's very difficult. I think it's a good feeling when you sell some piece in good price. Yes, why not? That means the other side is very satisfied with your work. God help me, I'm a good side, and the people want to buy it. Up to now, I don't know what will be later. But I hope it will be good. It will be good.
Folks, that was Yitzhak Tarkay in his own words. Died in 2012. Now, folks, this painting, after talking with Tarkay, folks, I think it's a $80,000 to $100,000 painting like that. I think certain auctions, if I'm patient, I could easily get $30,000. But what I'm going to do, if this is something you like, this is acrylic on canvas, comes with a cert, signed by Albert Scaglione. You have one of the, in my humble opinion, one of the prettiest Yitzhak Tarkay originals I've ever seen. If this is something for you, give me a call, $18,500. I mean, this isn't, you know, this is top line art. And Yitzhak Tarkay was just the master. And the art world misses him. He influenced so many other painters, but he was the guy that said, you know what, everybody's doing this and that. I can put the focus on the individual, the figure of a person. And he puts his wife, Berea, sometimes in a lot of the paintings as tribute. She is still alive. She lives in Jerusalem. And look at that. give that as much thought. Comes with a $20,400 appraisal from, let's see, 2022, 16 years ago, signed by Albert Scaglione. And 16 years ago, they would have sold this painting for 20 or 30,000. And this is one of the prettiest Park West Tarkays I have ever seen, ever. So give that some thought. What I want to do is move to Ivan Earl. Yeah. Be careful with that painting. Don't slip, because that,
Would you like it back here?
if you can, gently. Right there, yeah. But be very careful. Oh my goodness. If that falls, Ashley.
Well, I'll wait for you to put the up to Ivan.
This is an amazing Ivan Earl. Ivan Earl, I believe he lived from 1916 or 1914 to 2000. He was the father of an entire, not even style, but an entire type of art known as designed realism. Oh, you want me to help you?
Is it okay?
It's okay?
Is it?
Yes, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
He was the father of what is known as designed realism. He worked for Walt Disney. He lived through the Great Depression. He, as a teenager, caught polio and recovered, but one side of his face was partially or paralyzed. So he'd had a funny smile, and to get himself used to it, he'd paint different portraits of his face. But what's important is he illustrated some of the greatest Disneys of all time. You know, I will show you here. Ivan Earl. Let me show you some. Lady and the Tramp, Ivan Earl. That's just for some of the different panels. Let me show you some of the other art. If I'm not mistaken, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The illustrator was Ivan Earl. Right there is just one hand-colored mylar cell that they were estimating 15 to 25,000. There are hundreds, thousands in a movie, but they were just selling that one. This right here is an amazing Ivan Earl. Just to give you an idea, here is a price comp in 2015. Reds, mauves, and purples. I sold several of those over my career. This one, they want $16,957, and they'll give you free shipping. Here is this one right here. Done in 1991, 9 years before he died. He loved the silkscreen. He did every single thing himself. Here, this one was 11 years ago on Art Brokerage, and they wanted $8,800. Ivan Earl envisioned a world that went on forever in all directions. And that's what made his work in the art form that designed realism so important. This is the museum edition, number 32 of only 75. And Ivan Earl signed it in the coolest light blue and numbered it in the same color. Once again, I am showing you a comp I printed 11 years ago. After the latest auction I saw, many of these museum editions of only 75 are going for so much more. Like this is 88. I was seeing some go for 32 to, well, I saw one go for 28,000, a different museum edition piece. Yes. Right here, current retail, the best I can tell from the Ivan Earl estate and Johann is about 22,000 for a museum edition. That's an original.
The original acrylic.
That's acrylic. That's acrylic.
It's all acrylic.
There's no mixed media on that Tarkay. That's a one-of-a-kind acrylic on canvas.
And the Park West cert on the back.
Yeah. So, yeah, retail. But I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do on this. That is a beautiful Ivan Earl. Hey, Ashley. What I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Do you think they're out there? Wilson, it says Army. Were you really in the Army? You know, you get in trouble if you weren't in the Army wearing an Army hat.
3 years.
You were 3 years? Or you got in trouble 3 times for wearing an Army hat? No, all right, you were in the Army for 3 years. I'll tell you what, Patty, this is $20,000, museum edition, lucky number 32 of only 75. All done by Ivan Earl, and he did everything. He was there for every second of the silk screening. Watch this. You got a $22,000 Ivan Earl. Watch this. Oh, I'm going to give you guys such a deal. $2,500 to open.
Wow.
$2,500 to open. Oh, that's too cheap. $2,500 to open. $200 increments. Yes, I have gold coins. Yes. No, I can't do that. I get in a lot of trouble, Patty. You should know that. But she keeps asking me. That's great. Does that bother you when she asks me stuff like that, Wilson? No? What about you, Juliet? She keeps asking me. I am not allowed to sell Ashley. People keep calling up, they want to buy Ashley. Oh, you're as bad as Patty. Juliet says, how much are they offering? Not whether I can do it or not. So, that is a beautiful Ivan Earl. I thought this would, bam, gone, be out of here. And it is not yet. Tell you what. Just because I don't want to feel like I'm jinxed. No, I can't. I got no room. All right, folks. $2,000 to open. I'm probably losing money. This is the museum edition. Almost every Ivan Earl you see are editions of 300 and 400. He only did 75 of this piece, and it is perfect. Yeah, it is signed, it is numbered, it is a serigraph in his book, it is memorized. He writes about how he loves serigraphs and how he tries to capture one moment in time. and how, oh, he gets pretty deep with some of his concepts. Amazing man. Died in 2000. What am I doing? I should have printed some of those auction results. Wilson, Ivan Earle's work. He is the father of a school known as designed realism. And how you show it is a world that goes on forever. These trees keep going higher. The valley keeps going lower. He paints where there's no end anywhere. And that is what designed realism is. And you have this gray-blue fog just filling this valley where the light hits it just right. All right, no takers. That's beautiful, though. I am going to move this. Oh, I know what I have. I know what I have. This one.
Keep
Yes. This is E.M. Zach's. It is, keep smiling, a unique mixed media, three-dimensional wall sculpture original. That is an original E.M. Zach's. 12,000 retail. I'm not going to be anywhere near 12,000. BC 2347. And Ashley, are you talking with Melvin?
I said, yeah, he wanted the picture of the stone wall.
Okay. And just so he knows, that Tarkay, I knew before he died, Yitzhak Tarkay. I've sold and owned several. That is the coolest one.
He's cleaning up his wounds. He fell off his motorcycle.
He fell on his motorcycle?
And he scraped up his arm.
Uh-oh. Did you have anything to do with it, Ashley?
No, that was Patty.
Patty, did you let air out of Melvin's tires? Ashley, what did I pay for this? Because I'm going to make somebody happy. Yeah, I got comps for $9,500 on one gallery. Tell you what, let me show you one more E.M. Zach's, and then this is the happy E.M. Zach's. This is BC 2348. What do we have here, Patty? You got a smile. What do you think we have here, Wilson? I don't. You guys don't know? You don't know? Juliet?
Well, I've always been confused.
No, you got Mickey and his squeeze. Yes.
Not his sister, right?
No, that's Mickey and Minnie. Oh, you God, where's your mind?
I don't know. I don't know his sister brother.
Don't make me, you thought that was Mickey and his sister. No, that's Mickey and Minnie. I know where your mind's going, but I got to fix you now, Patty. I'm going to quote one of the greatest physicists in the entire world. Hey, who is the greatest physicist in the world? He's dead now, but he won Nobel Prize. Albert Einstein.
Thank you.
Patty, you know what Albert Einstein would say to you, Patty?
E equals MC squared.
No, not E equals MC squared. He would tell Patty, incest is relative. That's what he would say.
Wait, she said that it is.
Patty just said that is what it is. So I have these two. And you know we have that one Zach's Melvin wants.
Yes.
We can throw that in a big deal for Melvin if he wants to do a big deal.
Yeah, like a combo deal, like the Tarkay and the Schofield and the Zach.
A combo, yes. I'm glad you didn't say a BOGO.
Oh, buy one, get one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I got to start working. Hey, Wilson, you got to start working on Patty. Ooh, gutter mind. Yes. All right. I am going to move these out of the way. And
What are you going to show next? You want to show the Schofield water?
the which one?
The oil on paper?
Oh, the Schofield?
Hey, Barry,
Yes.
having you register,
Yes.
and he's offering on the Ivan Irwin outright.
The one right there. And they're new to the network? What's her first name? I could use his initial. Andrew, it's yours. Yes, for a new customer.
You saw how much he offered, right?
For this.
Yeah.
I said sold, yes.
Sold.
Yes, I know I lost money, but it's a new good. And Andrew, Patty, oh my goodness. That's sold, yes. And Andrew, you got a heck of a deal.
Go ahead. You were going to say, yeah, because
What did I have it? I don't even want to know.
I have to open. That's why I was.
Yeah, but yes, sell it to him. And Patty, please don't take Einstein's advice there. Incest is relative. No. Anyway, do you have here's what I was thinking. I was thinking that the biggest surprise of having Michael Schofield live on the show, that was a surprise that I did not believe. That this one oil on canvas by Michael Schofield didn't sell. This piece right here, I can't even find the what is the number on this one? You got it? Okay. On the back, it says this. One of my favorite painting memories. Look at this. And this is what Michael, I don't want it to hit the wood to hit the paint. One of my favorite memories. And he's telling you where it is. He said stone, wall, and gate. These all, you see these all through the south. And what does that say? I can't. Stay in town. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is something. Biggest surprise I had last week. And I'm just going to get the light right on this. How's that? This, as Michael says, when you drive through the South, you see a lot of these stone gates. And he even went a little deeper. He said during slavery, they would have the slaves clear the field. And they would make gates like this. Now, I've never come across one. Michael, who traveled through Tennessee a lot, knows what he's talking about. Then again, Michael's 74. And came on my show last week to tell me after 30 years of working with me, he's officially retired. He's loved it, but he doesn't want to paint. And look at that. This is one of the greatest paintings. This is a $25,000 Michael Schofield. Michael is in the Smithsonian. Michael Schofield is in the Arm & Hammer $1 billion art collection. Michael Schofield is Smithsonian hang-up showroom. He's in company headquarters, and originals are everywhere. I saw one of Michael's originals watching Me TV 3 nights ago, Wilson. It was on the Bob Newhart show. And there was somebody's office in the background. They had a Michael Schofield poster they had framed. There's an original. Yeah, this $20,000 piece of art. It is signed, and he wrote a ton on the back. Stonewall and Gate, one of my favorite artist memories. Tell you what, $3,200 to open. $200 increments once we get the open.
Wait, what are you doing?
$3,200. Why, did you just sell this? Uh-oh. Who are you selling it to? Why, should I stop this auction? I don't want to get Melvin mad. Tell you what, I'm going to pull this down just for a second while we let Melvin think about this in a package deal. Here's what I'm going to put up. Yeah, I got coins. I got it all. Okay. The stone walls are protected by historical societies? I'll tell Michael. I've never torn one down. I do have, just so you know, what else? We're getting a lot of calls on this, and I'll tell you, one of the most important artists, the determination. I had so much fun spending 2.5 days in 2011, 2010 with Yitzhak Tarkay. He told me, you know, the thing he was, you know, he had to fly to Singapore, from Israel to Singapore, throughout the world. He would give talks on how to paint, but his one-man shows were setting records. And Bruno Fine Art Group were getting incredible money because it's worth it. I mean, this is one of the leading figurative artists of the world. I mean, look at these prices here. This is 2 years before he died. Elite Modern Art Galleries. A larger 50 by 72 Tarkay, $158,000. A 46 by 56, $84,000. This, and it says rare. Any Tarkay is rare. So do you think Melvin wants that? So here, let me go to the one I haven't shown. This, taken from memories of a creek in Franklin, Tennessee. A favorite memory. Now, what Michael can do better than anybody, and that's why Michael Schofield has been on the cover of everything. I mean, he's won so many awards, but Michael Schofield, he's in the Arm & Hammer $1 billion collection, the Library of Congress collection, He's in the Smithsonian Institute, just to mention a few. Great Western Savings own an original. Sears Company headquartered in Chicago has an original. And this one right here is, what is the item number on this?
That is.
Look at that. What Michael has done is put a focal point, and he takes you through this water, and he does it a rich palette, and he is just stunning. We got it. What is the item number? 2414? Okay. Folks, you're looking at $25,000 Michael Schofield. And I'll tell you what, $3,200 to open. $200 increments once we get the open. And Michael Schofield is retired. He came on the show and we even taped it just so he could say to the entire audience, after working with me for 30 years plus, Barry, I am retired. I know he said, I've said that on TV before, but you talked me into coming on the show here and there. I am out, done, finished, retired. And at 74, he deserves it. He sold 3 of his abstract paintings about, just a little while ago. They bought all 3 of them for $182,000. And, you know, Michael is fine financially. It's more his life and what he wants to do. And he has dazzled people. So give that a thought. I have the Schofield oil on paper. Is someone talking about that one?
What would be your combo price for Tarkay, Schofield, and that Captain America?
To Melvin. All right, Melvin. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm walking. I'm getting old, Melvin. My dog, and just so you can't camera 2 for a second, it's the sweetest rescued tan and black coonhound. She's scared of everything. I've had her 3 years. She's not scared. She loves playing with other dogs, and she's starting to come up to people. The people I say, stop trying to get her to come to you, ignore her and she'll come to you. She comes to you if you ignore her. But when I walk her to the park, my kids, Ben, my 26-year-old son, and Katie, my 6'3½", 21-year-old daughter, says, Dad, when she starts pulling on the leash, you stop. And don't release, don't do anything till she creates some slack. So I take her to the park every day. They have dog cages there, and they're the huge acre, and their friends are there. So I get her to the park. She sees the stairs up. She'll start pulling. I stop. I'll wait. Sometimes a minute. She slacks the leash. Go, okay, let's go. Then she pulls. And I got to wait another minute. Then she pulls. And it's like, it takes forever, and I don't see her learning yet. Maybe she won't. Maybe, but anyway. So what was I doing? I'm going to move this over. It's telling you about Ginger and how I'm getting old. But you didn't need to hear about my dog to hear I was getting old. Okay. I am putting this back up and then walking over to Ashley. Always lift with the legs. Is that on the easel right, Wilson? Yes. All right, I'm walking over to talk to Ashley. This is one, if not the prettiest original Tarkay I've ever come across. Melvin, I'm going to work you a deal. I'm working with Ashley, and you're right. That's what I keep telling the people at the dog park. They all want to pet Ginger, and they start running over there, and she runs away. But as soon as you ignore her, like the guy that lives at near where I live, there's a maintenance guy. He gave Ginger French fries the other day. Now she loves him. She's coming up for him all the time from behind. Give me another fry. And he doesn't have any. But, yes, hang on. Hey, Melvin. Talk to Ashley. She's offering you deals that are unbelievable. This, and I don't want to go on too much of a. Throughout my career, there have been certain pieces of art and coins I have passed on that I am still kicking myself. One of the biggest deals was when the late Marty Weiss, who owned Panda America, kept saying, Barry, start buying pandas. You don't really understand how strong the market is, especially in the pandas made in the early 80s. I bought some, but nothing like I should have. They're now like $1 billion. There are certain artists that I have passed on. This, Yitzhak Tarkay, is famous. He's around the world. He died in 2012. The amount of followers he has in Japan, in Singapore, in Hong Kong. You know, there were people paying for paintings this size when he was alive. You wouldn't believe how much. Because Yitzhak Tarkay was probably the face of figurative art. And his struggle to turn his hatred of having to live when he was 12 years old in the Mathisau concentration camp because the Nazis had to come through Subotica, Yugoslavia. He turned that into something good, and he won't. When I was with him, he says, I will not even think about it. If I start to even think about it, you'll see me turn around, start painting, start drawing. I refuse to waste a second on that. And he was very firm. He was very friendly about everything else. Very jovial. So I am making, someone is making an offer on this. It hadn't sold yet. I believe this is a $100,000 Yitzhak Tarkay. I think it's one of the prettiest original Yitzhak Tarkays I have ever come across. I think the title and the certificate from Albert Scaglione, the title, oh my goodness, a thought-filled moment. This is just, this is canvas. This is acrylic on canvas. I mean, the reason I have been able to get such good deals is when I spent 2.5 days with him, he went back to Israel and told his wife, Berea, whatever we've been selling art to other people, you give Barry a better deal. And I earned that kind of respect and trust from him because he came on the show. He saw, I don't mark things up. I want everybody to be, I want to have the best price, but I want to give them the best selection. And I want them to understand the artists they are buying. Are you taking a picture of it? Do they want me in the picture?
She probably does.
What?
She probably does.
Who is she?
Missy.
Missy. Hi. Hang on.
That was great.
The Thinker.
The Thinker.
This is Rodin.
How much for the Mickey Mouse and Minnie?
That is a very good question. I'm going to sell them as a pair. Give me one. Well, no. Oh, they just want the one that's two of them.
I believe so.
The one that we renamed Mickey and his Squeeze.
Mickey and his Squeeze?
Yes. What's people know that Mickey and Minnie, that's a one-of-a-kind original 3D. That is a 3D original that he gets 11 and 14,000 for. And Zach signed on the front. I've been talking to his agent about trying to get him on the show. Oh, I got a lot of cool stuff. I gotta put some more stuff up. I'm just not motivated. I'm getting up. Hey, I'll show you something that they haven't even asked about it, Wilson. But if you get a chance, come right here. That's a superb gem, brilliant uncirculated MS66, $20 St. Gaudens, 1927. And that means it's going to have the motto, with motto. There's been a run on some of these coins. There is the motto below the eagle. Sun is rising on the new nation of America. You know, if you get an MS62, you're happy. MS63, you're jumping for joy. MS64s mean they're brilliant uncirculated. MS65 means gem brilliant. MS66 means 1 in a million, off the charts, superb gem brilliant uncirculated. A network that I'm not allowed to talk too much about that overcharges like everything, Patty. And it's like people don't research it or anything and act like you're stupid if you don't believe them. That guy, but don't mention their name, Wilson. They want probably $1,500 more than I do for the same coin. But since nobody mentioned their name, we're probably okay. All right. If you're interested, then I also have 1927, and just the gem brilliant MS65. Believe me, the difference between a 6.5 and a 6.6 can be about $1,000, you know, sometimes even more for the same date. So call me if you want some coins. I also have smaller gold, which I think everybody needs to own. And last week Ashley brought in a picture of the survival packet of a American fighter pilot that was doing raids of Germany. They had a Swiss franc, a British sovereign. They had 9-carat, 4 9-carat gold rings and stuff they could barter with if they were shot down. This is a 20 franc AU to BU Swiss franc. 0.186 of an ounce. Yes, to all 3 colors. I would splurge to get that Tarkay. I've been doing this for 32 years. Got to spend many days with Yitzhak Tarkay. And I got to tell you, a regret I have, and because I never compete with my customers, I honored that. But there was a Jonathan Winters, the late comedian, Love Dark, came on my show, and I was selling his work one night, Wilson, and he had a painting that just resonated with me, and I didn't feel comfortable. I sold it as much as I wanted it. Camera 2, Wilson. You know what the name of that painting by Jonathan Winters was? The late comedian. Which camera? Oh, mine, camera 2? Right here? Yeah, there I am. The name of the painting that I wanted so bad, I sold it to somebody. You know what it was, Wilson? It's called Fat Boy with No Friends. And it was a teenager looking like me, wearing a doily, you know, just sitting there, and it was Fat Boy with No Friends. I should have bought that. So, to the people we're talking with, this right here has a certificate on the back by Albert Scaglione, appraised value $20,400. That appraisal was printed on May 11, 2006, 16 years ago. 16 years ago. When Albert Scaglione and Park West assigned that replacement value, Yitzhak Tarkay was alive and in good shape. He lived for another 6 years. He died in 2012. Okay, and it's all right if I don't sell this. Just like Jonathan Winters' Fat Boy with No Friends, every time I tried to keep a Tarkay, they sell. And if there's one I could ever keep, it'd be this one. Be one of them. Absolutely stunning. Perfect size. It's in perfect condition. Everything. Perfect. So I am going to move this over and Tarkay silk screen. Let me show you a different. And Ashley, all right. This is going to leave a mark like Tommy Boy. Oh, I got it. Ow. That was my shin. Okay. Here is the only other original Michael Schofield. This is oil on paper. And it is a seascape. And he blends the colors beautifully. I have here, let me just show you. I can show you where certain Zacks are $8,000, $9,000. Look at that. Well, I know what I'm going to do, but anyway, this right here is BC 2417. That is oil on paper by Michael Schofield. And he wrote on the back, one of my favorite memories. He was painting places that he went and places that he painted, scenes he painted. That's a Diet Mountain Dew. Yes, I have Helvetia gold. I have 1/10 of an ounce gold. Got $20 St. Gaudens graded in MS65 and SIG6. And I got this beautiful Michael Schofield. Tell you what. And I'll frame it up for him. I'll frame this up nice. 3,200 or get me close. Oh, all right, I'm going to show it. That is too cool. Get me close. I am down, and Michael is retired. Before, when I was only on the internet, I showed all of his abstracts and offered people incredible deals on that. I don't want that wall to fall. So what I am going to do now, this is Alex Perez. This is an original. It's not assigned and numbered. It's an assigned original oil on canvas. This is one of their star artists at Park West. And we were talking about the Tom Cruise movie Vanilla Skies before the show began. Yeah, this is $6,000 to $8,000 original minimum, unframed, but we framed it. That is, Perez is one of the biggest up-and-coming stars of Park West. When you go on a cruise ship that has an auction, it's going to be Park West, and they're going to have several pages probably on Mr. Perez and why his art is worth that, and it is stunning. What country do you think that is? That grass is so light green, you know. Makes you think it's somewhere in Europe. Just a guess. I am curious. Matthew, how many people are watching me on the internet? Because I know I got people watching me on Dish. Well, here's a $6,000 to $8,000 original Park West, considered to be one of their great new finds. Alex Perez, retail $9,000 or something like that. Start at $0. $200 increments. Yeah, I'm just curious. I could have, Patty. I hope it's not happening, but I could have BTTD'd them. Do you think I BTTD'd them? What about you, Wilson? Do you think I BTTD'd them? Ashley, you'd let me know if I BTTD'd them. Did I?
Maybe Ireland.
Ireland? Yeah, it could be. I went there on my honeymoon.
You definitely BTT'd.
You think I BTT'd them? You know what that stands for? Bored them to death.
Oh, I thought you said beat them.
No, I put them to sleep. They're going, Barry, we're going to record this next time I have insomnia. I'm going to play it back. All right, you got a $9,000 Park West artist. I'm starting at $0, $200 increments, and the bid is a whopping $0. Nothing. Niet. 9. $250 to open. Ashley's got a bidder at $250. It's on canvas. Oil on canvas. $450 has been bid. Patty says right back at you, Ashley. And you should have known what BTTD means. I'm at $450. Folks, I can't buy this for $450. On the best of days, with everything going wrong for the sale, I can't buy this for $450. This is a star Park West artist. They just hang up on you, Juliet. You know why they hung up on you? No, because they know. They know what you did to Romeo. Oh, Juliet, Juliet. Let's count the ways of how mean you were to Romeo. And the last thing you did to him. Oh, it was awful. Oh. You see what she did to him? She gave him a buzz cut. Yeah. She tried to spell Romeo in his head. Didn't work out right. She only got R-O-M And it, I mean, it's, yeah. All right, I got to sell this. I'm losing my behind. Going once. I paid so much more. You're getting it. All right, who's got the bid?
I do.
And it's at what, 450?
Yeah, it's at 450.
450 going once. Anybody else? 450 going twice. Deal of the week. All in, all said, sold. That's theirs. Now, Patty, the only thing I need you to do is charge them $4,300 shipping. No, I'm joking. All right, that is gone. All right. That's the perfect Tarkay. Now we got 2 or 3 people thinking about the Tarkay. Oh, hey, is Melvin's thinking about both those Schofields, right?
Well, yeah, he hasn't got back to me. I'll call him.
No, take your time. Take his time. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. All right. Yeah. Sidestep. 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 Oh, perfect, Chappell. Folks, that is one of the greatest Tarkays I've ever seen. Albert Scaglione knew that in 2005, 2006 when he wrote the Cert. That is so different from some of them. And his pattern work, his color work, that is acrylic on canvas. The appraisal was done 6 years before Yitzhak Tarkay died. After he died, he was buried on the Boulevard of Heroes in Jerusalem. Survivor of the Mathesal death camp. And he would not let that affect him. I have this up at, what did I have this up at? 18,000. What's the graphic say? I am 18,500. Well, why'd you put an X through it, Matt? I mean, that's a very fair price. Matt, when you were a little kid, did your dad take away your red marker every now and then? Are we dealing with repressed anger issues? Yes. That is the original acrylic on canvas, a thought-filled moment, painted in 2005. The cert was issued in 2006 for $20,400 by Albert Scaglione. 16 years ago. In 2012, the most important thing, it's sad, but concerning the value, is Yitzhak Tarkay died. And since 2012, his artwork has just gone ballistic. They collect his artwork, and he didn't complain, but he told me it really wears him out They loved him in Singapore. So he would fly from Israel to Singapore. When he left being on my show, he flew from Los Angeles to Singapore, then back to Israel. A true hero. And I got a couple people thinking about this. I don't want to sell it. I really don't. I buy art. I buy coins. But when I saw this, I'm going, that is unbelievable. Every concept of art, the color theory, the pattern dress she's wearing, the painting on the wall, it's perfect. All right, we're talking to a couple people. Folks, hope you give me a call on this. I got some other art I'm going to pull out here, but that's as good as it gets. That should be in one of the museums. Tarkay is in many museums. Oh, look at that. That is acrylic on canvas. This is not an over-painted lithograph. This is not a photo process. This is an original acrylic on canvas painted by the late, great Yitzhak Tarkay, the father of what a lot of people consider modern figurative art. You know, prior to him coming on my show, he died in 2012. I'm talking in the 1990s. He would fly from Israel and give talks on how to paint figurative art, the equations he uses. And that's why he was so famous with this. Buria Tarkay, the widow of Yitzhak Tarkay, and Modi were telling me stories that in 2015, after he died, some of the paintings in Singapore auctions were going for several $100,000 more than they thought they would, because they realize and recognize how important Yitzhak Tarkay is. I could take this home. Nobody has said the S word, right? Ashley, are you close to a deal? If not, I don't mind owning this. Matter of fact, the more I'm looking at it, I'm going, I know 4 different auction houses that would get 3 times that, 2 times that current price, because this is a $150,000 Yitzhak Tarkay. But I'm going to leave it up for another second, and I got Batman, I got Superman. Nobody wants a little Minnie? Okay. Give this one more second and tell you what. Did the Matt, did my Tarkay docudrama have part 1 and 2 or just 1? Just 1? How long is it? Folks, I'm going to sell this painting tonight, or I'm going to keep it forever. I've owned Tarkays. This is as good as it gets times 10. I'm going to show you another 8 minutes on Yitzhak Tarkay, the man, the legend. And then I'm going to come back to this. I got Schofield's, got everything, but oh, now my daughter will get mad if I sell that turn of the century poster. Take a look at this. Yitzhak Tarkay.
It was years ago, some woman come to my show in San Francisco, and she told me, "Hi, it's very nice to meet you, Mr. Tarkay." That's it. And then he said, "Thank you very much for your art." And she want to go. And then I asked her, "Why you thanks me? You bought this piece. I'm the painter. I do my job, and you buy it. Why you thanks me?" And she told me the picture is hanging in the coffee corner in her house. Every morning when she drink a coffee, she watch the piece, and she is so happy. And this is the reason she thank me, because it's like I give her the good mood. So this I do for people, I hope. The best place to be in staying is Tel Aviv. I love Tel Aviv. I think this is one of the best city in the world. You have everything in this city. It's not a small city, but it's a very nice city. I live in Holon because I need to put my head to sleep, but this is only for the usual things. That means, but what I like really, this is Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv I like because it's always boiling. The life is boiling really. And you can't find what you saw yesterday. Today is not there. It's changed, always. When I start to work and I finish my sketch on the canvas, when I start to paint, I'm not thinking about the colors. The colors is coming. This is not after some plane or what in this corner, what in other corner. I put the first paint on the canvas, and then the other ones is coming to compare to the before paints. I am optimistic, very optimistic. This is the best way to survive. For me, this is the heaven. Now, I'm old man and I can do everything. And I wake up and I get out from the bed by myself and don't need helps up to now, I hope. And what I need anymore. So this make me happy, yes. And then everything is a gift after this. Really. This is my optimistic way, yes. I do everything. I paint women, I paint men, I paint children, I paint landscapes, still life, everything. But the most popular, I think, because the people loves much more the woman subject. Some mistake to thinking about it. Tarkay is love women, and I love women, okay, but this is not the reason. They prefer to see exhibitions with a woman. The people, they give the way to the gallery what to exhibit. They have landscapes, still life, and the most of the exhibition is with women. So why? Because they know the people, the population is like the woman subject. I am very young, so I can waiting to be in better class of artist. First, I think you have to by self to feeling this. If it's good or not, if you satisfied with yourself or not. If not, you have to work and work to be better. If you're happy what you do, be happy. Don't worry. But to coming to this very delicate point, where are you? What is your place on the map of the art? I don't know. It's very difficult. I think it's a good feeling when you sell some piece in good price. Yes, why not? That means the other side is very satisfied with your work. God help me, I'm a good side, and the people want to buy it. Up to now, I don't know what will be later. But I hope it will be good. It will be good.
Hi, Barry Chappell coming to you live. Wilson, I'm just going to slowly move over here and sit down. I think this Tarkay, I've had a lot of calls on it. I can't believe I'm getting ready to do this. This is virtual cost for me. I am going to write it down right here. It will not be sold for any more. I actually want to keep it myself. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but anybody that's watching, this one time, Melvin, I hope you're watching. What was the other guy's nice man's name? Mr. E, Mr. L. And this is it. If you can buy this good, you call me, I'll come with you. Nobody in the country can. Wilson, right now, $12,500. It's crazy. It was valued at $20,000 by Albert Scaglione 16 years ago, 6 years before Tarkay ever died. You are talking about the nicest Tarkay I have seen in a long time. $12,500. That is an original acrylic on canvas. You have a letter from the owner of Park West Galleries, Albert Scaglione, written on the back right here. Wilson, I think we can show it this way. Look at that. Albert Scaglione. Look at the date of it. In 2005, He values this at $20,400. 7 years before Yitzhak Tarkay died. The painting was painted in 2004. Painted in 2005. The appraisal was 2006. At $12,500. That is bottom. I shouldn't go that low. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this painting doesn't sell, it will be with me for the next decade and a half. That at $12,500. So below the slashed out 18.5, Matt put $12,500 right now. That price is good for the next 24 minutes. That is such a deal. I know Melvin's going to say yes. I know Miss E is going to say yes. Mr. L that is watching is going to say yes. At $12,500 on the nicest Tarkay of that size I have found in a long, long, long time. And that is bottom. This is such a deal. I have fallen in love with this painting. This is a winner any way you look at it. You just yell sold because this does not get any better.
Awesome. You're welcome. Okay, thank you.
I almost brought my all-time sports legends in tonight. Patty, you might have remembered me doing that. It was signed by Pete Rose, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Jerry Rice. And their faces were cut into Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yeah.
And if it doesn't sell, I am happy. It has taken me forever to find high-end, unbeatable, perfect art. And that's what this is. It is perfect. And at $12,500, it's a shame. I should never put it up that much, that low. And I am not ever going to sell this. It's mine. You know, I don't want anybody to ever spend money they don't have. But if you have the money, I don't know where the downsize is. This is a painting that has a letter from the owner of Park West Gallery saying in 2006, this painting was worth $20,400. 6 years later, Yitzhak Tarkay died. And shortly after he died, the values just kept going up. Berea Tarkay, the widow, is virtually out of paintings. Modi Abramowitz, the agent, all out of paintings. They are worldwide. They're in Singapore. They're in Japan. Paintings are going for $80,000, $100,000, $140,000. I marked this up with my normal on TV best price on the planet price, and nobody took me up, and I lowered it down to where I'm probably losing money with the credit card fees. And that is it. And if you don't buy it, it's now or never. It really is. Because this is going home with me, and that is that. And who was that one customer, Ashley, that would pay us monthly or put, what's that? Mr. W, if he's watching. Oh, Mr. W, this is the nicest Tarkay I've seen in quite a while. It's perfect balance. It's perfect color. It's perfect in every way. You got an authenticity certificate from Albert Scaglione. Now, in 20 minutes, I'm going to drop off the air. And I was so confident. I thought this was going to go for more than $18,000. Before the show, we were talking I was talking to Patty and Matt that this could go for 22 or 24. I used to sell a lot of Ivan Earls for $40,000, and I thought, as great as Ivan Earl originals are, and they are, this is more valuable than that. And to have one this early and comp 6 years before he died, and to see what has happened to the Tarkay market since he died, it's unbelievable. This is a find. This is a heavyweight find. That's bottom. That is. It is uncannily beautiful. It is as stunning as you could ever want a Tarkay to be. And it's got the cert from Albert Scaglione with a $20,400 price, written in 2005, 7 years before he died. And between 2005 and 2022, the price of original Tarkays has gone ballistic. They are out. Berea is out. Marty Abramowitz is out. Well, folks, it has been a pleasure coming to you and showing you this work. And whoever gets this, I'm taking it home with me. I mean, this is unbelievable. It should never have been lowered to 12.5. I have said everything I can say. I've been doing this for 32 years now. And I am proud I have. I gave up a tenured track teaching associate professor gig at Peninsula College in Port Angeles, Washington. They even offered me tenure at that point. I said, no, I'm in love with TV, and that was 32 years ago. And it has been an amazing journey. And once in a while, a great while, a piece like this comes by. A piece that you are so proud of, that you were able, me, to buy this and be able to lower it all the way down to 12.5, which is my cost, just to show you this is what Barry Chappell's Fine Art Showcase and Barry Chappell 32 years on TV is doing. And I hope you're out there. I am down to my last 16 minutes. This painting is going to sell tonight. If it's done, I'm taking it home. And I'm putting it on my wall. And I will know I have one of the greatest bought Tarkay on the planet. And to have Albert Scaglione sign the cert. Look at this. He signed the cert.
Okay, I'll text you the live streaming, but I'll shoot you.
He signed the cert 5/11/2006. The painting was painted in 2005. A thought-filled moment. Acrylic painting on canvas. Signed in pigment, lower right. You got everything you could want on this. Can they see it where they are? Or? And who are you talking with?
Correct, yes. Yeah.
One of the best deals I've had in years.
It's a 47 by 36 and a half.
Well, that's
With the frame.
no, that's not with the frame.
Yeah. It's the frame.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's the size?
36 by
Yeah. What's the size framed?
The size frame is 47 by 36.
It's perfect. Yes.
It's stunning. I mean, it's a great piece. It's like this.
And I want to thank you. I don't mean to spend all night on one work of art. I have some better dates. St. Gaudens coming in next week. I have some amazing art coming in next week. This is the steal of the show.
Right, yes.
It's unbelievable.
Number on the back, and also they agreed that in 2006 for $20,400.
And Ashley, make sure and tell him that was 6 years before he died. And since he's died, the prices have zoomed to the moon. Some of pieces like this that Berea sells. Yes, that's bottom. And it's either, I'm going to take it home and keep it forever. I mean, I want everybody to be happy. This is my Black Wednesday sale. I always hated Black Tuesday. This is my Beige Wednesday. It's the best deal I have offered in forevers. This is stunning. I sold every original Ivan Earl. You remember that at 40 and 50,000, Patty?
2006.
Yeah. This is amazing. Feast your eyes on the beauty of the late great Yitzhak Tarkay. I cannot even fathom being born in Subotica, Yugoslavia, at 12 being sent to the Mathathau concentration camp because he was Jewish.
Okay, but that's fine. I'll just still send you guys the link in the picture. Okay, thank you both. Okay, appreciate you. Okay.
It is one of the best deals ever. Well, I want to thank you. I have the Stone Fence by Michael Schofield. I also have the other Michael Schofield. I'll wheel and deal. Just give me a call. I only have 11 minutes left. Hey, who? Well, Ashley, I'm going to move this off the easel, and I want to just show quickly. Yeah, I'm going to take this off the easel. I'll let you take it off. Yeah, put it back here because someone, well, put it wherever you want. Just don't break it. I thought this would sell. This is Stone Fence, and Schofield wrote a lot on the back about how he would see these in the South, and they always stuck out in his minds, and the mixing of colors and the hues that he had on this. Tell you what, if you're watching, you want a deal of a lifetime, $2,200. And then I have this Michael Schofield right here, $2,200. And I thank you. Most likely next week it's going to be mainly coins, and I look at those two. Either one, 2,200. How was the Thanksgiving here? Did he bring a good turkey in? Yam? Oh. Is there any in the refrigerator? It's all gone. Look at those. And Melvin, if you're still up, that stone fence is one of the most amazing Schofields. Lowered all the way down to 2,200. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm actually going to the gym tomorrow morning. Try and work some of mine off. That's legendary artist Michael Schofield. Library of Congress collection, Smithsonian collection, the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. So Wilson, what are you going to do? Jack give you a reprieve? Do you have to get locked in the dungeon till your show, or you get to go home now?
I took pity on me.
Took pity on you? Yeah, right. Well, I want to thank everybody. And that Tarkay just radiates. It's so beautiful. I got to show it one more time, Ashley. Let's put the Tarkay back up here. One, I can sense it. Somebody's thinking on whether it's a Schofield or the Tarkay. We'll put it right here. Here, let me put it back on the easel. Yeah. Thanks, Barry. Folks, in 2022, the end of 2022, with Albert Scaglione's cert on the back and the price he gave this painting 16 years ago, Yitzhak Tarkay died 10 years ago. And to see an original like that is unbelievable. At $12,500, that is my bottom. I thank you for watching. That is a perfect painting. And got 5 minutes left, whether a Schofield, the Tarkay, the mini the Zaxes, please give me a call. Did Melvin buy that one Zax? Right. You got a great deal. I don't know how, and it might be just people are tapped. They had Thanksgiving, they had Black Friday, they had Cyber Monday, but that is one of the best deals. The late great Yitzhak Tarkay. Funny thing is, it took a few years. It took about 6 months after I met him and spent 2.5 days with him to realize what a monumental achievement in my life that was. And that the addition he has made to modern art is permanent. And he sure logged the miles between Israel, Singapore, Tokyo, Malaysia, New York. They all wanted to meet and talk to him about contemporary figurative art, and he was the guy. Got 3 minutes left. If anybody out there wants to be put on a payment plan for this, what? I couldn't buy it for that. I can't. I thank her. But this is a monumental Tarkay. This is one that I don't think anybody's ever going to have to look back at 12.5. This is, as I used to say about Gregory Wilhelmi's art, that's a cat's meow. You're looking at it. Damn, that's good looking. I'm looking at that. How far is it from me to that monitor, you think? The one above Patty, how far is that? 30 feet? 25? One minute. I'm looking at this picture in a monitor 30 feet away, 25 feet away. It's just stunning. You get up close and it's just remarkable. He was blessed the day he painted this. And he didn't paint it in a day. The month he painted this. Well, folks, I want to thank you. Your business means the world to me. And thank you very, very much. I'm going to have a lot of coins next week. Going to have some art. Still working on a few more Olegs. So have fun. Be safe. And I will see you next Wednesday night. Take care. Don't kick the dog, Buford. Don't you do it. Bye-bye. We love you.